Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Welcome to the life and times of the video game industry. Come back with me to the middle of October 1982. We were last checking out Baby Pac-Man in the arcade, or was it pinball? It was both. And we might see pinball/video game hybrids later in the future. Let's see what our next video game is. We're next going to play Defenda. That's right, Defenda, not to be confused with Defender on the Commodore VIC-20. Let's check it out. This one is our 289th game we've played on the Commodore VIC-20, or tried to play on the Commodore VIC-20. All we have for this one is an advertisement you would have seen at the time. Over there on the left side, this one is by Llamasoft. And you can see they have a few games that we played Ratman already, Trax, Blitzkrieg, and there it is, Defenda. Full feature version, popular arcade game, including swarmers, baiters, pods, landers. Oh, it's talking about the enemies, I guess, in the game. There's our controls, moving around. We've got a smart bomb, high-resolution color graphics. Every game on computer is advertised as high-resolution color graphics. I guess it's kind of diluted. You do need 8K or 16K expansion to play this one, and it's only 10 pounds. That's pretty cool. This one does have a couple versions. Yeah, we're going to pop in our 8K and play Defenda. This is, again, Jeff Minter of Llamasoft. It's October 15th, 1982. That's right, Llamasoft. This is the 11th game we've played by Llamasoft, and pretty much that just means Jeff Minter. We have played 13 games by Jeff Minter because he had a couple that he did without Llamasoft. All right, so the title screen gives us everything we need to know, all the scores, avoid the bombs, open pod swarmers, bonus ship, and bomb every 10,000 points. All right, here we go. Let's press fire to begin. It's already flashing the screen with, looks like it's way too many characters on the screen, but pretty cool for the Commodore VIC-20. All right, here we go. Yes, VHS quality mainly, and we're in. I'm obviously the ship on the left side of the screen. It begins almost like I'm playing a scramble game, but notice I can turn... Well, I tried to turn the ship around and blew up. There you go. So it does go both directions because it is essentially playing Defender on the Commodore VIC-20. And we can also rescue... Well, I thought I was going to rescue one here. Let's see if we can turn around. Wow, the sound is gnarly, though. It almost feels like we're messing up a cassette tape as we play. Wait, I got to be able to pick them up. The humanoids are dropping, but maybe we don't pick them up. Maybe they just land safely, and you don't have to pick them up. All right, we got another one coming for the other side here. Man, the way you did the U-turn in this is extremely wide. It feels like we're drifting. And with that, we've already died. All 3 lives are gone. Well, it is flashy for a Jeff Minter game. And it is have the features of a Defender title. At this point, though, this is the 31st Defender game we've played across all categories. There's a lot of Defender-like games out there. Not to be confused with official Defender games. These are all, there's 31 games that play like Defender or pretty close to Defender. Yeah, at first glance, this feels like I'm playing Scramble, but no, it's not. If it really looks like Santa's Sleigh, maybe this would be a holiday title. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can pick up any of the people. As I fly around, I just fly right through them. Can I blow them up? Okay, I can shoot them, but I can't go low enough to destroy all the humans like you could in some other versions. Or the arcade version, too. Oh, man, yeah, you've got to be really careful with the way that they shoot in this one. Because of the size of my ship, I know they might be trying to show off, you know, a sprite to be this large, but gosh, you're a really big target, so you get shot really fast. That's right. Well, here in 1982, video games can go from incredible to damn near barely playable. That's why on our scale of 5-star, we have a rating for broken games. But I wouldn't consider this broken. No, this is far from broken. At this point, if you were on the Commodore VIC-20, this would be a real treat to play. Yes, that's true. Yeah, I'm with you too, Curtis. For a VIC-20, this isn't bad at all. You are wanting some of the things to play exactly like Defender, but it doesn't play exactly like Defender. But at this point, you wouldn't complain that bad. All right, so I'm going to keep going. Press fire to go. At this point, there's a lot of really good Defender games you could be playing. Some of the best ones out there would be the Eliminator on the TRS-80, Apple II, Commodore 64. The other one that's kind of Defender, kind of not. It's more like a blend of almost Choplifter, and that's Lunar Leaper. That one is one of the best. It does have the rescue element of Defender, but if you want to play like the best of the best right now on the VIC-20 that's Defender-like, Lunar Leaper is the way to go. And that was also available for the Apple II. We also played Defender, which got changed to Planetoid on the BBC Micro. That one is a really good one, especially with, we're in the United Kingdom playing this one. You know, it's by Llamasoft. If you had the BBC Micro and you had Planetoid or Defender, that would be the definitive way to play Defender right now on any home computer. All right, we made the first wave. I don't know how we did, but we made it to the second. And okay. Did we die? No, yeah, we did. So we made it to the second wave barely. Man, it's so tricky. I'm already seeing some ratings being thrown out in the chat. Also, one of the best ones we just played Defender-like was Protector 2 on the Atari home computer. So this one, as far as the gameplay, I'm able to freely move around. The shot feels like it's a little bit, it doesn't feel as powerful. Because we play some Defender games where the laser shot comes out really quick, and it feels like you got ultimate power. So you can see, there's my firepower. But can we collect? I guess maybe they land. Let me turn around and see if they just land safely. They do. Oh, they are just floating to the ground. Maybe they got parachutes in this one. And so this is Defenda, not Defender, even though it plays pretty close to it. If you wanted to compare games on the Commodore VIC-20, though, the best way to play Defender right now would be Astro Blitz. Notice that we're missing one of the big components of Defender, and that's the radar. Astro Blitz had the radar. Defenda does not. That's true. Yeah, I love the ratings in the chat, because I actually, after playing all the games you can play on home computers, I actually consider this around the average range. Whether it's 2.5 or 3, though, that's the debate. Of course, some other really good ones you'd be playing, since we're rating this on all home computers, would be Gorgon on the Apple II. That's another really good one. Strike Force on the TRS-80. Yeah, this one is the 4th game you could play that is like Defender on the Commodore VIC-20. And Meteor Run is another example, but I'd say this one is better than Meteor Run, but it's not as good as Astro Blitz. I do like the idea that you don't have to collect the people. You just have to destroy all the enemies. So after you destroy all the aliens, or however they called them in the instructions, that's how you get to the next wave. It's not really about rescue. I also like how this is an arcade game on a home computer where you just need to push the button and go, and you can get in and have the action. The sound we've heard better on the Commodore VIC-20. If you're just now tuning in on the show and you think that all games on the Commodore VIC-20 sound like this, no, they do not. Oh, another wave. Yeah, there we go. And we get a bonus for how many people survive. Wait, did that take... That looked like that one took 2 shots. All right, there you go. Game over. So, of all the games you could be playing right now on your Commodore VIC-20, and all the games you could be playing across any home computer, I got to give Defenda an average rating. I'm going to write down the middle 3 stars of all the titles so far. Looking over the chat, I see a few 3 stars, some 2.5s, and the more you watch, or the more you've seen the show since the beginning, you kind of have a good range of all the home computers and all the Defender-type games that are out there. 31 in total across all categories, though. All right, after that, let's see what our next title is. Our next brand new game is Caterpillar Attack on the Dragon 32. This one should look familiar. Here's the cassette case for Caterpillar Attack. We saw this already on the TRS-80 color computer in July 1982, and as usual, we have more artwork that's for the Dragon 32. So this box looks really cool. I mean, it's obviously like we're going to be shooting bugs. I mean, everyone loves shooting bugs. It says it's from Tom Mix, munchin' and crunchin' on the Dragon 32. So cool. And they have the K with the Caterpillar Attack, trying to throw something different out there. Do we have any other artwork for Caterpillar Attack? We have the cassette we're going to pop into play, at least the later one, 1983. This one was late 82 right now, if you got the newest one. And we already saw this, pretty much the same game from the TRS-80 color computer. There you go. For your TRS-80 or the TDP System 100 and Dragon 32, which we're only doing the Dragon 32 here. Caterpillar is the arcade game using familiar household pests, caterpillars, spiders, bugs. The object of the game is to score more points destroying the pests than previous players have scored. Hey, there we go. At least it doesn't say we have to just get the highest score possible. Just score better than everybody else. I love it. Press the firing device on your joystick to begin. We got our analog joystick plugged into our Dragon 32 to play, and happy hunting. That was for a later release, and we're going to play the very first one. This is Caterpillar Attack by R. Krotz and S. Krotz, Tom Mix Software, published by Microdeal, October 15th, 1982. This one is our 21st game we've played on this little micro, the Dragon 32. And we're going to load it up on cassette. I'm going to fast forward through the load. And whenever you see me typing commands here on Chronologically Gaming, there is actually way more you'd have to do if it actually was 1982. So these little commands you see me do here and there, no. True computerists of 1982 would be doing a lot more, especially when we check out type-in games that you have to do for magazines. All right, Caterpillar Attack. Do we need instructions? I don't think we do, but I'll say yes. The object of the game is accumulate as many points as possible. Oh, there it is again. They gave us the normal shtick. Whenever the Caterpillar segment is hit, it turns into a mushroom. Hey, I think we know this game. If the body segment is hit, Caterpillar splits into 2, with each half going in opposite directions. Yeah, they're explaining Centipede. And bear in mind, there are some games that people didn't play the original arcade first. They actually played home versions or console or home computer versions. So maybe Caterpillar Attack was the first time you ever experienced Centipede. All right, random intervals during the game, spiders will fall down from the screen. Got it. Player's laser base touches them. Yeah, so this is the joystick only. We got our joystick plugged into play. Press any key to start. All right, let's go. We already saw this on the Coco. So this is the Coco ported in the United Kingdom. Because we're going all over the world here. So this one doesn't give us as much freedom as other Caterpillar games. Like I have 2 rows that I can move my ship up and down, you can see. Oh man, that is not a lot of space. Once they get to the bottom, you better destroy this as fast as possible. I said this on the TRS-80 color computer version. It actually plays really well with the analog joystick. And so having this to play on a computer, it feels really good control-wise. Uh-oh, nope. Barely got it that time. It doesn't change color, though, when you go from level to level like Centipede. So all those bright colors that were in the arcade are not here. And that spider moves really fast, too. This is the 11th game we've seen that Microdeal has published. And Centipede we first saw in the arcade in July 1981, and then it was officially released on the Atari home computer in June 1982. So on home computers, it's official, but only on Atari. That I think we have a an ad somewhere that says that. This marks our 25th game that is a centipede variant. And this really looks like centipede. We're being attacked by not a centipede, it's a caterpillar with a K. It's totally different. Now, most of the games we play do not emulate or play like the arcade, using the trackball. However, I will give it to the TRS-80 color computer and here on the Dragon 32, that analog joystick is really nice. It plays better than some of the other titles. You have a little bit fine-tuned controls. But there are some Centipede games we played that use paddles, and that is the same idea. Yes, and it has a bright green background, right? That'll sell the game for you, but I'm pretty sure majority of the titles on the Coco and Dragon 32 have been solid green in the background. So if you've been seeing since the beginning, maybe we should get a count of how many games on the TRS-80 color computer have a solid green background. It's got to be 80%. It's got to. Oh, nice. Well, they did have the trackball for it. We haven't kept up with all the peripherals you could be using on all home computers. Whenever I mention micros and home computers, I talk about the stock joystick that it comes with, not the ones that could be possible. So you can see I do have a little bit of movement, but we played other games, the Centipede games, that let you move around freely. Like I only have 2 rows. So you can see I only have 2 rows I can move. When you played in the arcade, you can move a little bit better. And there's some games we played that are Centipede-like that let you move all over the screen, all over the place. Some of the best ways you could be playing Centipede right now on any home computer would be Bug Attack on the Apple II and the Atari home computer, Grid Runner on the VIC-20 and Commodore 64, Mega Legs on the Atari home computer, Nightcrawler on the Commodore VIC-20, Photar on the Apple II, Video Vermin on the Commodore VIC-20, Viper on the Atari home computer, Arachnoid on the Commodore VIC-20, and Bug Battle on the Apple II. So Bug Battle and Bug Attack. We've already seen plenty of games like Centipede that use the bug reference, or we're killing bugs. Let's go destroy and exterminate bugs. And then one really cool one that we played was Haunted Hill on the Atari home computer. But notice I didn't say any others on the TRS-80 color computer or the Dragon 32. This is the only Centipede variant you could be playing on the Coco and the Dragon 32 right now. There's other fixed shooters, but this one is true Centipede-like and plays Centipede-like. So if you had this computer, you wouldn't be complaining because it's the only one. And I like to consider that when you think of all the games you could be playing. Yeah, that one is official right now on the Atari home computer. Centipede is official. And it's the only way to play the official one. And it's very well done, but I would say some of the variants that we have out there, they play better than the official Centipede. There we go, nice. Like Grid Runner is a really cool take on Centipede. I would say plays better than the official Centipede. Yeah, really nice knockoff, and it plays well with the joystick. It's going to be the same score attack, though, over and over again. Hey, we got a little color change, but it's not changing based on every level that you play. Yeah, that's a good point. There's going to be some ROM differences, too. Well, there you go. That's Caterpillar Attack on the Dragon 32. We've seen it before, and I'll rate it the same as the Coco. It is right down the middle. 3 stars of all the games you could be playing right now across all home computers or micros. Very nice. And I really appreciate on the chat, not only are people sending out ratings, but you're telling us why. Why would you say that? And if you've been seeing the show or streaming or binge watching it since the beginning, you kind of have a good range and know what it's like to play all the games right now. Yeah, there you go. I see a couple more 3 stars out there too. All right, let's see what our next title is. Yes, it's time to go on the Sinclair ZX81, and it's Krazy Kong. We have it. I guess we're hanging out in the United Kingdom all day today. So Defenda was United Kingdom, Caterpillar Attack was United Kingdom, and this is Krazy Kong. Let's check it out. This should not be confused with Krazy Kong on the Commodore VIC-20. This is the 71st game we played on the Sinclair ZX81 or the Timex Sinclair 1000. Here's the cassette case. Climb the pyramid, but beware, Kong is out to get you. He's Krazy Kong. Krazy Kong. Man, the front of the box just has the monkey on the front. Does that really tell you that it's a Donkey Kong game right now? I wouldn't think it would, because it is popular. You know, Donkey Kong was 1981, but why would you think it was Donkey Kong if you got Krazy Kong? I know, right? I love the front. Kong's just yelling at us. You will load us. And then we have loading instructions on the back of the cassette case. Cool. What other artwork do we have for Krazy Kong? This is the third game we played published by Personal Software Services. The other one was Bridge Challenger, and then other on the Apple II, and then the other one was Hopper on the ZX81. And both have been done by Chris P. Cullen. Way to go, Chris. What else? Crazy. I'm going to get crazy and put that cassette tape in and play with a cassette tape. That's right, video games are on cassette tapes right now. So we got an alternate version that you could play. Another one by Hero Software, I believe was the Netherlands published version of it. Let's pop it and play and press play on the cassette tape. Krazy Kong. This is Chris P. Cullen. PSS. It's October 15th, 1982. Way to go, Chris. So we already saw Hopper by Chris, and Donkey Kong was out in July 1981. So let's see how this one plays. All right, so what do we do? Start any key. Now, it's keyboard only. No joysticks here. We have a title screen. Do we get animation? Are they going to show a cutscene? I don't think so. I think Krazy Kong's just going to stare at us. Why did they give Krazy Kong nipples? Is that why he's crazy? Here's how we score points. We have to collect money, so dollar symbols. We jump over the barrels, which are zeros, or fireballs, which are asterisks. Complete the screen, scores remaining bonuses, and beware of asterisks and zeros. So cool. All right, good luck. I want to see how they do this. This is Donkey Kong for the very first time on the ZX81. All right, I need to figure out the controls because it's keyboard controls. We have to rescue the J at the top. I love it. All right, so I'm represented by the letter A in the bottom. The cursor keys are 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the Sinclair ZX81. So this is me moving around, and I guess that's walking up the ladder. What did they say was... Oh, 0 is jump. Let's try it. It jumps, but I jumped at the wrong time. It's a Mario. That's right. I'm a Mario. Okay, oh man, I'm going to be able to jump over these. That is so intense. Because jump is 0 and this is keyboard only, do I actually get any momentum whenever I... Oh my gosh, there's fireballs everywhere. Represented by the asterisks. Don't adjust your sound. The Sinclair ZX81 has no sound. We did get 1 or 2 games that were able to finagle some sound out of the system, but there's no sound on this system. Hey, I can jump and then move up the ladder halfway. That's cool. Let's see if I can get this. I need to go and rescue Jay. Is it Jane? Am I like Tarzan? Oh, that was cheap. Come on, Krazy Kong. Now, you got to admit, while there's no sound and you're controlling this with a keyboard, this is really charming. And this is really cool that they got this to work with ASCII characters on the Sinclair ZX81. Oh, man. And look at the top. Look, they have the score, what is it? The score, high score bonus. So it looks like an arcade game, and that's really, really impressive for the ZX81. There's no way I'm going to make that jump. Now, we've seen Donkey Kong. We've actually already seen Krazy Kong, but it was Crazy with a C in the arcades, Part 1 and Part 2 in 1981. And then we've seen official Donkey Kong on the Nintendo Game & Watch. We mentioned that before in the chat, the Nintendo Game & Watch in June 1982. That's the one with the flip screen view. And then home consoles have Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong Jr. is available in the arcades right now. And that's official Donkey Kong. Wow, look at all these barrels. This is nuts. Go, go, go. Make the ladder. Come on. I did it. I don't believe it. I rescued Jay. Whoever that is. I'm guessing Jane. Is that her name? Yes, yeah. And as far as variants of Donkey Kong, no way. There's another screen? I thought it was going to be only one. This means this already has a plus on King Kong on the Atari VCS. It has more than one screen that you play. Wow, look at this. And this one looks very different. Oh, and we have the money now. There's treadmills. It's actually pushing against... Holy cow, I don't believe it. And the treadmills are switching directions. I am pleasantly surprised. Let's see if there's fall damage. Oh, they still have fall damage. Just because Donkey Kong did it first doesn't mean everybody has to copy it. Well, now I want to see how many screens does this have? Let's get crazy and play even more than that. I can't believe it. I thought this was the only screen, but then they went and did something like Miner 2049er and changed it up with something brand new. That wasn't even based on... It was kind of like the cement factory in in Mario, or in the original Donkey Kong. Oh, can I make the... Gosh, how do you do those 2 jumps? And bear in mind, I'm playing this on a keyboard. No! And not the keyboard you're thinking. The Sinclair ZX81 had one of those membrane keyboards. Come on, get over there. The fireball. So, because I'm not playing with a joystick, the keyboard controls take a while to get used to. Plus, I have no idea how I made that jump. You have to remember what buttons do what. It's numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, and the barrel fell down that side. Wow. So right now, this is the only way to play Donkey Kong on this system. And you would love it. You would have a blast playing Donkey Kong. And you'd get used to the controls. Using 5, 6, 7, 8 cursor keys. Okay, so let's really get down to all the games so far. This is the 26th Donkey Kong variant we've played across all categories. So there's 26 games out there that play like Donkey Kong. So this has some competition. Oh, but that's across all categories. Right now, the best Donkey Kong that you could play on home computers, I already saw it in the chat. It's Donkey King on the TRS-80 color computer. That is the king of the Donkey Kong-like games. Oh, go, go, go. Yes, rescue. Whew. And then we also have Minder 2049er on the Apple II, Cannonball Blitz on the Apple II, Atari home computer, and Commodore VIC-20, Canyon Climber on the Apple II, Atari home computer, and Coco, Candy Factory on the Atari home computer, Ape Craze on the Commodore 64, Fast Eddie on the Atari home computer and Commodore 64, and this one plays like an arcade platformer, so we can lump the games in that are not exactly like Donkey Kong, but they play like the platformer. How am I supposed to get that dollar sign over there with a treadmill and not fall off the side? I wonder if we have to get all the dollar signs or they're just points. Let's see if we can make our way up to the top and get to the J and just avoid the money. Okay, this is a normal platform. Gosh, it's so much easier to move right here. I just want to sit and rest on this platform that's not moving. All right, here we go. Let's do this. How do I got to make this jump? Wow, so you have to time that so well to get to the other side. Oh, man. But I like that it's different. We are not playing... Oh, he'll get some points. There we go. All right, keep going to the side. So if you're just now tuning in, not all video games look like this. You don't always play as letters and symbols. And there is usually sound with video games. We've seen sound with those too. That's awesome. Yeah, Donkey King is still the top. The top of the top of all the home computers. That's the one you want. But some other ones you can check out that aren't exactly like Donkey Kong, but they're pretty close, would be Crisis Mountain on the Apple II. That one's pretty good. Florida the Jungle on the Atari home computer is phenomenal. 4-player simultaneous game. Meltdown by APX on the Atari home computer. Krazy Thief. And actually, you know what? This kind of reminds me of Krazy Thief because you're playing with Petsky characters on the Commodore VIC-20, and this kind of feels kind of like that with Krazy Thief. And then another one was Johnny Jumpit on the Commodore VIC-20. So, Crazy Kong, I'm pleasantly surprised. There actually is a third screen. I don't think I'll ever get there because you need a lot of practice. Being used to the ZX81 keyboard, the cursor controls, but you can figure it out. You'll be able to get to the third screen. I'm just amazed that the second screen has what we saw. And then the third screen, I've been told, is even crazier. It's even crazier on Crazy Kong. I also like how you can jump halfway on the ladder. Whoa, he's going nuts dropping the barrels. All right, let's go. All 3 men. Okay, first good run. Now let's be safe. Let's not die on this screen. See what's going. Manly's throwing out 4 stars of all the games you could play right now on a home computer. That's awesome. Now, because it's not using the joystick, I cannot give it the same praise as the other games for well, we're not rating this based on consoles, but all the other home computers that use joysticks. No way, that's cheap. Look at the fire. The fire's following us. Get out of here. I don't know how I'm dodging the fire. It's totally random. It's going up and down the ladder, and it's blocking our way. I need it to just go away. Oh, man, I don't know how I did it. Go. Oh, and I missed the jump. So you have to time that one really good. And I think if we went to the top where that dollar sign is, I think it's just going to make us die if we fall off the side. So we have to make this brutally difficult jump. Oh, no, don't. Gosh. And see how there's also... Oh, and there, fall damage right there. I fell off the conveyor belt and died there. Wow. Well, to tell you the truth, Hunter, there is someone else who has played more video games than we have here on the show. You need to check out High Retro Game Lord. They have played more video games than we have, but they're not doing what we're doing and playing them in chronological order. There you go. Krazy Kong. Oh my goodness. So we're going to see this later on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. So expect higher ratings when we get a little bit of color and sound on the ZX Spectrum. But right now, Krazy Kong, of all the games you could play on a home computer, it has a lot of competition. Obviously, it's not one of those good games or great games. I'd say it's still around the average range of all the games you could play right now. The only thing that makes it tricky is the keyboard, having to figure out the controls. So I'm going to give it one notch lower, and I'm not going to say exactly 3 stars. I'm going to say 2.5. It's the controls that get you. It is interesting that it has the 3 screens, and I love how charming this is that they got this to run, that you have a Donkey Kong game to play on your little micro, the ZX81. It's awesome. And it's also silent, too. Because of the lack of sound, it doesn't, I guess it makes it a scarier experience because, you know, you're playing against the Krazy Kong and there's no sound at all. It's a little crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, looking over the chat, really good rate. Yeah, for the ZX81, that's right. If we just rated this by itself, this is great. 4 stars, I would say, if it was only for this home micro. But loving the ratings in the chat. Keep them coming. All right, that's where we got to put the video game playing on pause. Did we get it crazy enough for you? Was that enough Donkey Kong? Black and white, no sound? That's what I'm talking about when we go back to 1982 to play some video games. I love it. That's all the time we have on Chronologically Gaming, but next time, prepare your fingers and prepare your mind, your brain, and your thoughts, because we're going to be playing adventure games again. That's right, adventure games coming up next time on Chronologically Gaming. That's it for today, and like I always say, I'll take on any video game challenge. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.